there, water friends. I hope you are doing lovely. Thank you for joining me for another group session. So if you are Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, these messages will be for you. Now, friends, if this is your first time joining me, thank you so much for joining me for a group reading. Please understand not all messages will resonate, and that is just fine. If you need a private session, please check me out at my website, kellyfergusonreadings.com. And of course, if you like these sessions, please don't forget to support me so I can keep supporting you. And you can do that by either a like, a share, or a subscribe, or by following, of course. Now, friends, in honor of all our loved ones on Remembrance Day, I feel like we should ask for messages from our ancestors and our best good. So that's what we're going to work on today. Calling forward our ancestors for all our water signs here, for all our water signs. What messages are here? We're going to do an overall message of energy, and I'm going to go into more detail, of course. But what is the message for all of our water signs from our ancestors? Whoa, look at this. This is amazing. Guardian angel. And what it says here is you are not alone. Wow, what an amazing message to come out when I'm asking for messages from our ancestors. And many, many times feathers are often signs of messages or signs from our loved ones. So it's not surprising at all that this shows up. Wow. Okay, so water signs. Now, guardian angels, being around us certainly isn't like a message telling me necessarily what's going on in your life, etc. But this is a huge presence that's showing up for you. So this is wonderful. I'm going to pull some cards and see what is going on for you right now and what your ancestors want you to know in your best good water signs. The water signs, please. The water signs. Let's take a look at what's going on with the current energies, what's coming up for you, and what is in store. Water signs, please. What do we need to know in our best good from our angels and ancestors? Water signs, here is where we start. Okay. Yes. Okay. All right, you are going through some changes here, water signs, and I feel like you've been on quite a journey for the last little while, water signs, but what I have here is some legitimate change and transformation, which is good. I do see that you possibly are still holding on to some stuff, but I feel like this is starting to lose its grip based on where you are coming from, and I do feel that this is relationship stuff for you, water signs. So when we're looking at the energies that you've kind of gone through in the last little while, really interesting stuff. I have dream time and creation, and isn't this a beautiful ancestor card as well? This card is connected to you and not only your dream state, but all things that are possible if you keep your balance. So this is also telling me that you have been trying for the last little while to find balance within yourself, to look outside what is on your plate right now and really ask yourself the question, what do I want to bring into my life? If you are not having satisfaction with what you have going on right now, this is about looking outwards and saying, but what do I want? And really removing boundaries and limitations over what that could mean or what that has mean or meant in the past. So this is really anteing up and being honest with yourself about what you have on your plate right now and maybe what you don't have, so you can realign yourself to what you want and what is good for you. Which leads me to the next card, which is lovely. Again, this is your past energy, so the stuff you've already done. Green Man and Synergy. So with you connecting to what you really want to add to your life and what you haven't been looking at, with Green Man and Synergy, this is showing me that the things that you want are showing up in your life, or you're seeing synchronicities along your way that point you in the direction of these new loves, these new passions, whatever this is for you. Green Man and Synergy is also about you being in alignment. So when you are balanced, when you are connected to yourself and what you want, then all things show up for you. It's like that universe that we talk about being like Abraham Hicks says, being a cooperative component, right? And you need to be a cooperative component in your life if you want to be able to move forward and get what you want, or achieve new goals, new dreams, whatever that might be. And with Mountain and Strength also showing up in your past, this is almost like a commitment to yourself, and a commitment in terms of going the distance or doing the work that you know you've wanted to do. Again, with dream time and creation, often it's about passions that you've stuffed down and left at the door for quite some time. But with Mountain mountain and strength showing up, it's telling me that you've solidified a commitment to yourself to move forward with these dreams, to help bring them into action, whether you can do that by working on it a little bit a day, or even if it's just once a week. And this is also a message that tells you that you know that this isn't going to be an instant gratification type process. This is a different lifestyle. This is changing forward into doing things differently and incorporating things into your life that you haven't done before. And this isn't something that happens overnight. So you're moving forward. You're really kind of connecting to what you want and what feels right for you rather than the have-tos. Now, we always have these things that we have to and must do and all that, but this is about legitimately making space and time for the things that you want in your life and being willing to make it a commitment to do it for yourself, not for this person, not for that person, but for you. Water signs. This is wonderful. So it leads me to your current energies, which is lotus flower and unfoldment. Beautiful, right? Sorry, I can't really see it very well today. Now, with lotus flower and unfoldment, it's very much a mirror of this mountain and strength card in many ways. This is a journey, and it's not a journey of, you know, it's here one day and gone the next. This is a lifestyle journey, like I talked about. This is about having a slow burn and really moving slow and steady towards what it is that you want to incorporate in your life. As you peel back the petals of this lotus flower, you discover more about yourself. You discover more about what you want and more about what you don't want. Because often when we see what we don't want or we are experiencing what we don't want, it helps us gain perspective on what we do want. It might be difficult to see in this card, but in this card, there's a sun right here, and with the clouds, there's a shape of a hand here. And what this really tells you is that when you are focused on yourself, you really can be the driver and put everything in your own hands so that you are moving where you want to be. Again, it may not be coming speedy, but slow and steady is gonna win this race, water signs. Lovely. And speaking of which, we have like a double shot showing up here, right? Because I have the lotus flower, and then your next card is dragonfly, which is about bringing light into the darkness and being done with illusion and seeing things for what they really are. And notice how the lotus flowers are adorning this card as well. Again, transforming yourself and emerging into this new lifestyle or into this new person that you're trying to be is not going to happen overnight. So please, friends, and this is in the heart of the spread, be patient with yourself, because this is a journey. It is not just the destination, but the journey at hand as well. And you are really growing and you are adding to yourself in the most beautiful way. And check this out, current energies as well, desert and vision quest. And I don't know if this came up for you last week or if it was for another sign, but definitely this has been the flavor for so many people. This is solidifying everything that we've already talked about of you going on either a spiritual journey or a journey to be closer to yourself, to connect with what is right for you. And this says here desert and vision quest. So about taking solitary time to yourself, whether this is in meditation, whether this is walking in the woods, whatever it is for you, this is about you connecting to the core of your soul and understanding what is it that I want in life and how do I go after it? How do I grasp it with both hands and just run with it? You are being given the opportunity right now to do this, water signs, and that's why they're seeing all these lotus flowers, because it's about transformation, right? So a little sneak peek into your journey in the future here, okay? Because anytime we make big changes, often there's things that we have to shed in order to move forward, right? And I have volcano and volatility. Now, this has shown up for you in the past before, water signs, with regards to repeating patterns in relationships, not fully either addressing things or letting some things be, and as a result, things don't get solved and they just kind of perpetuate in a cycle. So this is telling me that you're coming out of this cycle, but there's still some stuff that's hanging on, whether it belongs to you, whether it belongs to someone else. It's going to be different for all of you, but this is saying that the ups and downs aren't 100% over yet, but it is on the tail end of things. Okay, so again, beautiful. When you see what you don't want, it helps propel you towards what you do want. Beautiful. And I have Gaia and nurturing. This is about taking care of yourself. This is about you knowing and understanding how you want to feel and taking the steps required to do that, whether this is in a health capacity, whether this is in a mental health capacity, whether this is in taking time for meditation and time up for yourself, or even just treating yourself with loving time and care. Because so many of us don't do that. So many of us take care of everybody else first and we put ourselves last. And that's why so many of us are exhausted, and not getting what we want out of life. Honestly, you have to fill your own cup first before you can be there to fill someone else's cup. Just like in the airplanes, when they're giving you that safety talk at the beginning, they always tell you, give yourself the air first before you help someone next to you. It's so true, because what good are you to anybody else if you are not strong in yourself, right? And check this out. Meadow and vulnerability is also coming forward in your environment. What this is really mirroring for me is the fact that you are evolving and you are moving forward into these new steps and to become this new person. But what this also means is when you change yourself and compare yourself to the environments around you, whether it's people, whether it's workplaces, whether it's your family, whether it's home, whether it's friends, this tells me that when you change, you start to see changes in your environment around you, and that can be uncomfortable. Sometimes you can outgrow people, outgrow situations. Sometimes you realize stuff that you've been doing for some time just doesn't serve you anymore and you don't want to do it. And the people that you've been doing this with over time don't want you to quit the party or whatever that is, okay? So know and understand that as you improve yourself and you evolve and you really grow into this new person that you have been trying to be and that your heart wants you to be, not all will be supportive and it could be awkward moving forward, but that's okay. Because when your environment becomes uncomfortable, it's usually because, like I said, you've outgrown it. It is time for you to level up. Water signs, there's a lot of really nice stuff going on here. I like this. You're really coming close to your own heart and understanding what you want out of life and starting to take these steps to really own it and move forward. So this is beautiful. Oh, look at that. So I have an angel card that sped out of the deck for you, okay? And check this out, eternal love. Now, this love isn't necessarily talking about romantic love, although it can be, but it's not the flavor of what's going on in this spread right here. In this spread, this is like eternal love with yourself, eternal love with your creator, eternal love with knowing what you want in life and sticking by your own side to make sure that you get everything that you need in the most loving, kind, and compassionate way. And the prayer down here says, help me perceive all of the love that surrounds me so I can feel safe receiving, expressing, and giving love. And this love very much is to yourself. Again, if you can't fill up your own cup, how are you going to help others? You need to make sure that you are on solid ground, supporting yourself, loving yourself, and then you set a beautiful platform to not only propel you into the future of what you're going to love for your own life, but you will also enrich others' lives by solidifying your love to yourself. This is beautiful, water signs. So beautiful. I hope this message helped you along your way and gave you some faith, and also helped to remind you that your ancestors are definitely close and giving you love and support along the way in the most highest pure way. If you enjoy these messages, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and join me next week for your next reading. Thank you, water signs.